I would like to talk about what I discovered this summer in Romanian media and Romanian newspapers and television are full of two main issues that I would like to point out. One is gossip. Basically, when you turn on television or read newspapers, what you get is a lot of gossip talk about he said and she said and so on. For instance, if you turn on sports news, you would like to see what your favorite team is doing, and what you get in first sight is basically some gossips about yeah, what the one of the other team players doing. And you know, it's really, I mean, it's really kind of it's really kind of embarrassing, at least for my relatives. They were kind of felt ashamed somehow that the Romanian news are represented in such a way. Television, however, does not read what kind of image the country you get while seeing this kind of a gossip talk. So of course.
Can you give us some examples?
Yeah, I can give an example. Yes, sure. There's, for instance, like stuff like you have here also, like a basketball star kills his wife and so on. But I think it is somehow an over representation of gossip in Romanian media. It's more than you have here. At the same time, there's another very important thing that I think Romanians are talking about is history. For Romanians, it's very important to have, let's say, a certain kind of awareness that everything that we are here right now and what are we presenting or are busy with comes from more or less from history, from what all elder generations have been going through. You are a product not of the environment only, you are not somehow a rhizomatic kind of personality or postmodern kind of isolated kind of being, but you are mainly standing on the shoulder of your ancient relatives. Ancestors, thank you. So this is a very fascinating kind of mixture of having these two things put together. Let's say somehow a belief in old times, which is not necessarily. I think it's contradictory to the situation to the Netherlands, because we here in the Netherlands we have somehow kind of Protestant religion, and for that, you must know Protestants are rather interested in what's come next, what's the future. We don't. There is such a thing as history, but we live right now, and we have to make money right now. So you won't be very busy. We won't have a lot of talks about history or whatever happened in the past. So for giving a kind of impression how this kind of look is, for instance, this is a cultural a newspaper. It's called Dilemma Veche. Yeah, maybe you can zoom
They
in.
can see.
Can you? Yeah. For George, for my Georgian brothers and sisters. Oh, great.
No. Too close. Too close. You don't have light.
But you can perform it. You don't have to. So it's the title of the newspaper is the Old Dilemma, and as a head title too, it says thank you. It says that we are old, sir. We are old, sir. It's a quote of Romanian poet. So I have a lot of this kind of examples. I just read now the head titles. For instance, here, the time of the generation, anachronistic generation. Anachronistic means against contemporary times. Or here we have a very interesting article. It says slow science, which is including a quote about the so-called the global slow movement. So it deals more or less with the belief that there is such a thing as slow science. Then one of my favorites. This is from Adrian Pornescu. So he was a very national kind of figure, very important. But just to check out a bit the layout is, yeah, he's zooming out because you will see here, you see old man with beard, and you see a statue, and it's a poem, it's poems, it's poetry. It's very beautiful, but it has a different kind of aesthetics, and it wants something else than what you will get here in newspapers when you go to your favorite shop. Or here, for instance, there's beautiful sources of Romanian language, and yeah, I can read, for instance, a few titles there, like The Sexuality of Ceausescu, The Global Slow Movement, Ceausescu and His American Traders. Let's not forget to remember a few titles there, like The Sexuality of Ceausescu, The Global Slow Movement, Ceausescu and His American Traders. Let's not forget to remember. Memories After Death. So this is like one of my favorites, actually. So there are certain reasons why this in Romania is very important history. Is one of the reasons I can explain here is the fact that in communist times there was we had a big dictator. His name is Ceausescu, and he emphasized a lot this feeling of nation and you believe in your heritage, in where you come from, and so on. What he did, he brought up all these legends and all this kind of movies and all this kind of books about Romanian history, how Romania was built and so on, and from this period,
lecture about history.
Yes, I try to go back now. But the thing is, why did he do that, or why was it also what happened to the individual? Romania, very poor country. As an individual, you don't have so many opportunities to enjoy yourself or to see yourself in future, which is the main task what we are dealing with here in the Netherlands, for instance, or in Western society, is the fact that we can, and there is such a thing called future, and everything will get better. Even updates, internet updates, for instance, iPhone 5 will be better than iPhone 4, and so on. In communist times, you didn't have such things. So, what will make you feel better as an individual if you have let's say, if you have a shitty life, what will make you feel better is some sort of kind of belief into a kind of a collective kind of idea. And a collective kind of idea can be based on such a thing like history. So that's a reason, or it's also a trick how you can motivate the masses with history. Or historical movies, for instance, as an example. So I mean, I could go on now for explaining all this phenomena. Maybe I thought also you get like kind of sounds in between or so, but some error. We need some error, like I mean.
Guitar solo.
Yeah, you can work against me. That's good. Yeah. So, also interesting, what I tried to get is there was this falsificated history books which you had in school. So everything what happened in world history, of course, was done by communist scientists and communist elite. So there was a lot of falsification. For instance, who invented the airplane? It was a Romanian, of course. Who was the first one to discover radioactivity was a Romanian scientist, and so on.